When I first took on architecture, I have always wanted to be able to play a role where I kind of steer the ship.
It's easier to move that one than the walls constantly because all mirror ma.
No matter how hard and grueling this line is, it is moments like this that is really absolutely rewarding.
So when you all have challenges or whatsoever, we want to understand how we can help everyone, help each other to resolve it.
I always ask myself, am I doing things right? Will he be proud of me? Say you have to retain the 7.5 meter from front to back, right? Does it mean that we have to keep the pitch roof all the way to 7.5 meters? The design of the roof is more like an origami approach where we wanted to have the folds and peaks as though it's like a mountain.
From such a CBD area, then you open the door, you see a change of space towards a dark, cozy space from whatever's on the outside. So it's like a escape.
So my choice of color palette was neutral predominantly and with a splash of colors here and there.
So the concept of the place really plays on minimalist, dark minimalist kind of feel. While at the same time, initially we did propose on very dark ambience throughout the space, but throughout we realized that clients are also homeowners, they'll be staying in there, so they would want a bit more warmth in their house.
We are a small team, we are small in numbers, but I want us to be able to tackle the behemoth of a project or anything that can come. It will knock the shit right out of the sky.
Treasure good relationships and strong bonds, so I think that's an important part of our identity now already.
I don't know how your wide angle, whether you can work here, you kind of just capture this little bit of the space. So just to get a sense of the spaces.
Does it work for submission?
No. So if you really, I just need, if the staircase is not good for that, then the frontage one, the swimming pool one, maybe one from the balcony that kind of looks up to the roof and all the plants, just to showcase that nice view from up there, so that makes it 3 already. When we start thinking about design, it's always very exciting and very refreshing. It's hard to sleep because I'll be lying in bed thinking about design, having sweaty palms, and that's something that I find priceless, because then I know that's something that I'm doing something that I really love and I'm super passionate about. To be able to feel that excitement constantly, it's not something everyone will be able to have in terms of their love for what they're doing on a daily basis.
Today, we shine a spotlight on a family business with roots dating back to 1969. Founded by a pioneering figure in civil and structural engineering, this business became a legacy carried forward by the only son in the family.
YWA is a very talented designer, very creative and very resourceful, I would say. And he trusts to take over the company at this very young age.
Talking more about TEP1 Group, it's quite unique. It fuses architecture, civil and structural engineering, and interior design as well.
So coming through the main door, you see there is a tall and grand door to give that grandeur. Once you come in, right, this is the living room. Okay, so what we try to have is to have openness and a lot of sunlight coming through. So right now the morning sun is coming in from that side, so it is still bright and airy, and you get a lot of crosswind. We have a little opening down there, and if you look up at the ceiling, we have the water reflecting up there. So it's a real nice little feature that was incidental and happened along the way. So you get a sense of that cooling water effect while you're sitting in the living room. So it's really the kind of ambiance that we want to create, where it's really lifestyle. You can have your friends swimming here, you'll be able to see this. Just looking at the water makes me feel cool already. So as you can see, we've saved the best features of this house for the master bedroom. Coming out to this balcony, which is a semicircle overlooking the front of the house. You know, when you have visitors coming over, you can see them. And of course, once you step out onto the balcony, you're gonna have a fantastic view of the pool. This is the hero shot of the space when we're taking photos and videos. So let's talk a bit about the materials that we've used for this house. Right over here, we actually used terracotta brick slips. Now terracotta has a quality that is actually a heat insulator. So with, you know, global warming, with the crazy temperatures that we're experiencing around the globe, I think it's important that as architects we try to specify materials that can reduce heat and also in return reduce energy usage. So things like this, when we want to use materials, of course what we were given as options were marble tiles. And these are real marble, but of course in smaller size. So with that, you know, a lot of thought has to go into making sure that the entire space look good. These are little details that we have to think about. So we had to make sure we either had, you know, two pieces on the left and right, or we had a central piece and balanced pieces on the left and right to have a nicer kind of a step down. Again, this could be subjective, but in our opinion, I felt that having one larger piece in the middle was nicer instead of having a joint line in the middle. Standing there, I think, you know, being able to see the forms, the shapes, the way the shadows are being cast, the space coming alive. It's just priceless, you know. It's fantastic to be there. Even though we're there all the way, now that it's completed, you know, we go back once in a while to visit, to check on things, and it's always refreshing to look at the completed works. There's always something new that we realize about it. Even as designers, there's just something that, that turned out pretty well. It's just absolutely satisfying, you know. It's just one of those projects that we will forever be proud of. Of course, all of our projects we'll be proud of, but I guess this one just a little bit more. The thing I enjoy about design, right, is that sense of satisfaction when you overcome a challenge. I think it is more challenging when you try and deliver excellence in both aesthetics and really delivering on the functionality of things. In fact, having innovative design ideas that will, you know, take the brief of the client and give them more, so that they can get more out of the space. You know, if it's just aesthetics, design, and then going in, putting it a few pretty things, it's easy, you know, it's just too easy. But being innovative and breaking it down to the basics and then building it back up, that's where the challenge really is. Singapore being a port city, we have a lot of foreign influence. Of course, with that influence comes the architectural influence. When you reach certain areas, you will see shop houses right in front of you, and in the background are very modern, you know, high-rise buildings. When it comes to shop houses, it always brings me back to all the stories my dad used to tell me, because my Akong, my father's father, used to run a shop, you know, on the first floor of a shop house, and he would tell me stories about it, you know, and also you know, the kind of relationships between the people living there. It's really like a kampong spirit. The stories that I hear help me envision how people used to use the space. Now, looking forward to today, there's a stark difference, because right now a lot of them are restaurants, you know, offices, but back then people used to stay there, people used to run small businesses on the first floor and live upstairs, and the living conditions were very different, you know. They used to have wooden planks and then a bucket below where they do their number 2.
This would be
They
this.
passed us the keys.
No.
Oh, this, that's upstairs. Alright.
First floor glass door.
Okay. So conservation drawings, when we bought, it's very unclear. Okay, imagine how old the building is and the drawing. You just cannot even recognize the numbers. So I think what we're going to do is to try and do some measurements and get some accuracy out of the drawings.
That's
So they've already conducted the soil investigation and the topo survey. Here we are. There's no light.
good.
We better hurry up. The columns are hidden, but we can still kind of see, because this is the partition board. Here is the solid. This is where the column is.
Okay, nominate this.
So the thing with conservation shop houses, we have to maintain the traditional windows, and if it is in bad condition, we have to get it replaced with the same material. And also the colors outside, we have to make sure that it's the colors that are allowed under the conservation guidelines. So what we're going to do here is, because of the class of conservation building it is, we are actually allowed to, we must retain the first 7.5 meters of the front, and then the back, currently the whole thing is 3 stories. We're going to get the back up to 6 stories. It'll be a commercial, sort of an office building. And I think Singapore is doing a really good job to have conservation guidelines in place to protect our heritage.
From the new plan,
Yeah.
the existing plan, is there a possibility where we can just see how the existing plan comes out when we draft it, and then see what are the things we can actually retain from this?
I think the thing is that we want to be able, for the client, as much space that can go up 6 stories. So now the challenge is this. So you see this beam and column here. Where do they cut it off, and where do they start the new structure?
Yeah.
So my assumption would be they would find that it is best to keep this beam, you know, and then after that we can start removing, because here got column to, this is going to be able to support it. But the thing is that if we keep this is too far.
Yeah. So these, what I would say is that we need not tear anything down here. The first, second and third floor remains the same. A new block comes up, I mean, after 3 stories. So there anyway the structure is going to be new, right?
Because the thing is that we have to have the structure come all the way down. So then 4, 5, 6, the structure need to be new.
Yeah.
So this structure definitely cannot support another 3 stories. So then I have to see the engineer lah. Do they want to keep all this and then have column? Because once you have new column coming in, you have to avoid.
Can follow the beam through this, no?
If you don't tear it down, your new column need to start away. You need to come down here. Then you have one big thing here.
Yeah.
So then it's not efficient on how narrow it is already.
A lot of space.
So one possibility is probably tear down the whole structure at the back and then have the new columns come down at the side.
To me, working on a conservation project evokes a deeper sense of responsibility than a landed residential one. I feel in Singapore, conservation shop houses provides a strong connection to its city's rich history. Working on one of them feels like extremely delicate, and it's more like nurturing a baby. This project is just not about giving it a physical renewal, but also to preserve and honor the legacy of those who originally built it by restoring their amazing work. Sewage and drainage will not take much time because
Okay.
There's only 2 terrace, same toilet line.
Same toilet, right, for all 6.
So yeah, toilet I
The
have
other thing is that the facade details, that one I think we need to discuss with you. The glass, remember?
in the front.
So how is this going to be? Ooh, shit.
So I have gone for fixer glass in the center.
Sorry?
In the center, right?
This one, how are we going to install this?
These are
Glass, right?
frosted one,
This
sandblast.
one, these all the 3D tech.
So it's like a embedded C channel, then we insert the glass in, right?
Yes, and ideally I want them backlit.
Actually for glass we can do LED light below it, right? Then shine outwards.
Yes.
We can do it this way.
But
then
I
shine
think for
outwards.
this one, because of the length of it, it should be back shine front. And the thing is that it has to be frosted. Then the question is, do we do frosted or do we do lines? Because if you see those signages like toilet sign, everything is acrylic, but they engrave. When they engrave, the light go through, it hit the engraving part, that's why it
They
glow.
shine.
But sandblast, I am not sure how it will glow, how effective it will be.
This is also like a window.
Casement.
Okay.
Which one?
Glass block. Glass block, this
Glass
one.
block.
Okay. Okay, so
This is supposed to shine in the evening, like it becomes like something that is beautiful. So this glass block, how do we make it look good? I've seen a few where they have the light coming out from the bottom, you know, so it'll be quite nice. And then also things like this up and down, do we have a up and down throw light or do we just have up throw light? This has to glow in the evening, and this one shine upwards as well.
This is the final paint. What the color be
Off,
brown?
No, then like that, after he fixed his spray, how is that gonna look good?
I don't think this is the final coat.
I think we started this project
Quite a long time ago.
so this
2021.
2021.
Yeah, until now.
Yeah. So, but all in all, despite all the hurdles, I think the fact that this is a inter-terrace, there are a lot of common challenges that people face. So some of the common challenges are the
Ventilation,
fact
natural lightings,
yeah,
lack of space. Those are the changes that we are facing along the way.
So I think our design really want to try to tackle all these common issues, because like inter-terrace, when it's the middle of the house, it's usually pretty dark. So we're quite happy with all the little ideas and considerations that we've put in along the way to make sure that there's natural lighting along both sides of the house, despite the fact that it's inter-terrace. Yeah, at least it's like daytime, so you feel that you can still sense all the daylight when you're, even though it's a room inside. Which other inter-terrace enjoy so much daylight here and here? Both sides. Look at that. Inter-terrace. This is the inter-terrace. Look at that.
This side feel very good.
When you open the windows, you can feel the cross breeze and cross ventilation. So I think just can't wait to see the whole house completed and then to really kind of experience the whole thing in its full glory. And the best part, you don't even feel hot, no? Because usually all the heat, by the time you reach this floor is damn hot.
Yeah.
Can you feel it now?
I can feel the crosswind. My God. Yeah.
Wow, the wind was stronger. We went down for the household shelter inspection. Of course, in the meantime, when we are there,
we look around on site to see if there are any other things that can have some improvement on or whatsoever. Then suddenly I hear the clients' voices. I think they came down to have a look at the progress of the house as well.
Hey, hello, Mr. Chan.
Hi.
Hey, hi,
you wish,
hey,
yeah?
Mrs. Chan.
Yeah, so what's happening? Yeah, but you tell me it's done. Look at it. What is sent to me? What? You got it?
Hello?
Yeah, call me.
Hello? Hey, hey.
They're actually quite involved towards the end because things are not moving as fast as they want it to. We have also tried our best to communicate to the contractor. Unfortunately, again for this particular project, against our advice, the clients have decided to engage the contractor through a simple contract. So we don't really have the contractual powers to put our foot down to say, hey, you have to get this done by a certain time, otherwise there are repercussions.
Okay, so if you see, so there's actually this groove line inside, there's a lot of plaster stuck inside, and then you see this hole inside, there are things inside. So the thing is that this is from the comment from the officer to say that this have to be neat. Then also
we have actually gotten the officer to come down for the second round of inspection because the workmanship that was there was just not acceptable, despite our constant reminders that they have to finish up the inside of the bomb shelter, the household shelter properly.
More on the cleaning up, it's more on the cleaning up part the vein or the hole, it's more on the cleaning up part rather than the plastering
I mean, the plaster went into the plaster and the concreting went into the gap So the thing is that who is responsible to it, I think also not fair for us to pinpoint I think this is between or whoever, because we also don't know who is doing which part. But then the thing is that to us, we need to clear the thing
I think what was really frustrating was that for a homeowner, they engage the main contractor. There's a reason why people engage a main contractor and not go ahead to engage different subcontractors such as plumber, electrician, tilers separately. That's because it's because they want somebody to coordinate and handle the whole thing. But in this scenario, when they went down to site, there's a lot of finger pointing amongst themselves. Oh, this is not my job. That's he did that. He would do this. I have sent down, but I didn't clean the inside of this because it's not my job. So I think it's very important to take on the right contract and make sure that you are protected.
Then anything down here? No.
At the moment, no plans because there's a lot of children's cars.
Toys
cars.
that they can sit on. They're kapak.
That means cement street, you can ride cars, toy cars on it.
Okay.
Crack.
Should be okay
Should be okay, right? Okay. It's quite nice the cladding and all is very nice.
Hopefully when once you take out the blue screen, I think it will be quite nice.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice now that the second floor, I mean the third up 2 floors, both sides all got quite a good amount of natural lighting.
Yeah.
If you open both sides, the crosswind also okay.
I appreciate it because at least now it's brighter.
Yeah.
Not like last time, all very dark.
Yeah.
I really like this area.
Yeah.
You can use it for something.
No, even if you put, let's say you put one sofa there, but it doesn't stop you to put another sofa here.
Yeah, but to the wall.
Let's say if you get a bench seat
Yes,
Imagine you are sitting here and looking upwards.
In Malaysia, that real thick wood benches are really nice. So I have been eyeing. I probably want to put a bench here.
Yeah. So if it's a bench,
natural wood bench.
If you can get one with a bench, then a nice thin cushion on top. Wow. You know you.
We're going to have the feature wall, would it affect that?
No, the bench doesn't cover.
Yeah, it doesn't. So it's very low, ma. Then the thing is when it's not high, it's low. Then when your guests come, they sit down there, and then some people sit here. It's like having a conversational space, lah. Then you come home, you're tired, you lie down, wow, you see the sky. Yeah, it's a nice one. You come here, take a nice book, there's a nice plant next to you, you sit down, cross your leg, have a cup of coffee, read the book. Shiok.
I like your way.
We must think of how you guys can enjoy it, enjoy the space. But the stairs
obviously when you were studying or like when you wanted to enter design, it's about the design. So now you know that there's so much more. There's client management, there's running a business, managing things. What keeps you going?
Wow, that's a challenging question. I think I can almost speak for everyone doing architecture and design or interior, because it's a pretty demanding profession. And if you ever heard of the saying, architects have no life, But yeah, I would say love and passion for what we do. That is the most important thing. Another factor is the people in the team, I think, because building the whole team and seeing everyone get along and everyone get better along the way, everyone progressing at different speed, but that in itself is a beautiful journey. I think I like to see myself as not just an architect for buildings, but I think an architect for a firm, designing and building a firm.